Welcome to STEM Station Exploration, beginning with Z-Space. What is it? Every year, Cobb County School System has a game show called Cobb Tank. Back in 2016, Miss Kimberly and I entered the competition, and our Z-Space application made the top 10. So we gathered together a team of Baker Bears, and we practiced and we practiced. We even had the president of Z-Space on our team. And on the big night of the show, we finally learned who the winners were. The $20,000 prize paid for 3 Z-Space computers, a year of unlimited apps, and tech support. Now, to put this all in perspective, my teacher computer is like my car. They're both easy to use, they're reliable, and they're affordable. While our new Z-Space computers are like Formula One race cars. They're specialized, high maintenance, and very expensive. High-tech machines are complicated and they require a lot of attention to keep them running at full speed. Now our Z-Space computers still work, but they're 7 years old and we no longer get the free tech support from Z-Space. And I just haven't had time to give them a checkup and get them up and running again. So you're welcome to check them out today during our STEM Station Exploration time. But do not ask me how to fix them today because I haven't figured that out yet. I'm actually hoping that some tech-savvy Baker students might become our new tech support. All right, on to other stations for today, beginning with the marble run. It's tempting to want to start building at the top, but that doesn't work. You need to start at the bottom, feet first, and work your way up. You know it's a foot because it has a side door. This station is called Vortex. And you take a penny and you set it right up here. And it spins around. Student made a really cool discovery at Earth, the moon, and other planets. If you run out of pennies, you can just slide them over and do it again. Please be careful. It is fragile. It's light plastic, and this piece especially is, you got to be really careful with this. I taped it on there. You can see where it broke. Please treat this with respect and enjoy the Vortex. This station is called Pin Art. It is heavy. These are metal pins here. It's tempting to want to push in, but that actually bends the pins, and I don't want to do that. You'll see some of these have already been bent by students who are not careful. So instead, do not push the pins in. Instead, you start with them yellow side up, the pins are laying down, and then you can put your hand, appropriately of course, on here, and then you tilt it so the pins are now sticking out, and then you leave it like this, slide your hand away. Pin art. This one's called Euler's disc. It looks like Euler, but it's pronounced Euler's, a mathematician. And this is a very heavy piece of metal. There's a shiny side and a regular metal side there. The shiny side goes on the top, and what you want to do is you want to spin it. And I like to lean it a little bit back so it'll spin with the shiny part on top. And it goes and goes and goes. It's rolling, it's spinning and rolling at the same time. So cool. Really, especially made metal. Please be careful. Please don't drop it on the floor. Keep it safe. Also the mirror, keep it safe. Please don't drop it on here. Set it gently. Also, please don't scratch this. I don't want to slide it on there. It's made for spinning, not for sliding. Euler's disc. This is a little claw machine found at Target. And just like the real deal, you can move it side to side with the lever there. And you can move it up and down, the lever there. And you can open it and close it with that lever there.
So I'm going to go over, and then I'm going to go down, and try to pick one up. All right, and then we're going to close the hand, and let it come back up, and now I'm going to and drop it. Yay, in there.
It does have a door for pulling it out, but I don't want to open this door. I don't want to lose these guys. So once you drop it down in there, you can just turn it upside down, and it comes back out for the next person. Claw machine. This is called Wonder Wire and got on Amazon. And it's an optical illusion. Yesterday, somebody pulled too hard on this and it broke. Fortunately, we were able to fix it. It looks like when you're doing this trick, like you're holding on and pulling it apart. But I'm really not. I'm not even holding this at all. I just have my fingers there. So I'm going to show you how I lift my thumb up and it works the same way. Okay, so I'm going to ask today that you not pinch this because I don't want to risk pulling it apart again. Instead, you could just lift your fingers up so your thumb is there, and then you just slide it back and forth, and it looks like it's doing something that it's really not doing. Look for the tips where they are overlapping there, like that, and then you have room to move your hands apart like that. Wonder Wire. These little poppets are amazing. It looks like half of a ball, and what you do is you flip it upside down like a cup, and then you push the bottom up through it, and then you set it down on the table and back away. Sometimes it goes quick, sometimes it takes a while. Woo! Pop it. These are called rattlebacks. You lay it on the table and you spin it one way, and that's it. But if you spin it the other way, it changes direction, it goes back. No matter how hard you spin it, it goes back the other way. Rattlebacks. These are so cool. They actually play tricks on your eyes, and the coin is there. Please leave the coin in there. And there's instructions. You can read the instructions around the edge here. Stare at the center, spinning around for 15 seconds. Then look at the back of your hand and watch it breathe. Stare at the center of the spiral for about 15 seconds. Then look at the back of your hand to see it either shrink or grow. While it's spinning, you just stare at the center and relax your eyes for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, you can count to 30. And then you look at the back of your hand and whoa, your hand is either gonna grow or shrink. It's the weirdest thing. Then if you spin it the other direction, it'll go the opposite way. So one way makes your hand shrink and one way makes your hand grow. And to the other side, it does another cool trick like that. Same thing, you just spin it, stare at it, and then follow the instructions here. Same for this one and this one. You spin this one forward and backward, that's 2 different ways. This side forward and backward, that's 2 plus 2 is 4. This one forward and back, that's 2 more, that's 6. And this way forward or back. So there's 8 different ways you can look at these. This game is called Blockade. It's basically Jenga, and I like how it has this case here, and so you can quickly stack these up and play another game. Just make sure that they're going opposite directions, so the yellows can go one way and then the browns go another, so back and forth. And once you get them in there, how do you get them out? And it goes like that. Make sure this top is on the top. Blockade Jenga.
Hot Wheels loops and tracks with little golf balls. Magnetic tower.
Tornado Twister. What you do is move in a circular motion really, really fast. And then it makes a little tornado. This is a fortune teller, and you ask it a question with a yes or no answer. So for example, will it snow tomorrow? And you lift this up and let it go. And it'll take a while. The answer could be no way, or try again, or ask a friend, or yes, or maybe, or definitely. And it really changes directions in a cool way. So you can check that out. This one is a silly gadget gear toy. And you just kind of flick it and you'll see how the motion changes. This is a gear puzzle game. One board has 3 holes in it. This is the easiest. There's one with 5 holes, which is harder, and one with 7, which is really, I haven't figured that one out yet. And there's a little knob on the back, and that knob goes in whichever hole you think matches. And there you'll see how it turns in place there. Now that it's set right, you can turn any gear, and it will turn the other gears like that. It slips out, so I haven't figured out the perfect way to do it yet, but this is a pretty fun gears puzzle.
Zimbo's Elephantastic Pyramids. Who would build the most fantastic pyramid of elephants? There are instructions that you can follow if you want, or you can just have fun building these. How tall can your pyramid go? Construction set here. You can put these pieces together. It's like Legos, except with sticks. Construction set.
You see it's got a little magnetic stand to hold it up. And what you do is you put it in your hands like this, okay? And then you just spin it one way and the other way. Like this. You see it like that. You go one way and then the other way. And when you're done, make sure you put it back on the magnet stand. We have a second Jenga game in case the first one's too crowded and you still want to play. STEM exploration stations. Number 1, use inside voices or we all sit in silence. Number 2, you may choose any station. Number 3, take turns visiting every station. Number 4, let's have fun. Number 5, help clean up when the bell rings. Every table needs to be put back nice and neat for the next class.